up, never let it fall. Have me roar like an animal. Back to the bone. Watch out, cause I'm in my zone. I don't care what you think you got.
Hello everyone and welcome along to the NZNBL presented by GJ Gardner Homes. It's game number 5 of 6 for round 1. And Hawke's Bay, the Hawks are hosting the Bulls from Franklin. Pettigrew Green Arena from Tatterdale in Napier is the venue for this one. Andrew Mulligan alongside Casey Frank. Casey, this one's going to be interesting. All Kiwi lineups from these two teams.
Yeah, two teams that have decided to forego the traditional route of getting that high-level talent from overseas, instead basing it all around the local boys. And unfortunately for both teams, not quite all of that talent is in just yet, but plenty of players have showed up to make tonight a barnstormer of a game.
It seems to be the way it is for round 1. As you can see, some lopsided margins in the for and against for the teams at the top, especially for the Southland Sharks, who unfortunately were sort of robbed of a marquee matchup between them and the Saints on Friday night. And also the Otago Nuggets playing 2 games as well, and already 0-2 to start the season in a close one against the Rams. But that is how the table sits at the moment. First game for these two teams. After this one, we will have the Jets and the Airs from the Ballroom in Palmerston North. And then round 2 resumes on Thursday night. Taranaki and Hawke's Bay go at it. And the Airs, Casey, 3 games in less than a week. Wowee.
It's always a nice way to welcome yourself to a new season. Unfortunately, the toughest one is probably the flight from Auckland to Manawatu today, but I'm sure it's okay. But playing's always better than practicing.
Certainly is. The Bulls starting 5. You can see they finally added a little bit of size with Andre Rosetto.
Yeah, and Zach Rosetto is fantastic for Nelson in the post last year. They snuck him up high, as well as Jaden Bazant at that point guard position, who had his debut season last year for the Manawatu. And he will be keyed for some big offensive output until Corey Webster shows up later this season.
Let's hear from Morgan Maskell, the Bulls head coach, who's with Clifton Bush.
All right, I'm here with Coach Morgan Maskell of the Enviro NZ Franklin Bulls. Coach Morgan, first game for you as a head coach in the South NBL. How has that preparation been for the Bulls?
Really good. I think we've had a really thorough preseason. I think we're prepared. Had a couple of preseason headouts against the Taranaki Mountaineers. And I'm excited to test ourselves against an excellent opposition like the Hawke's Bay Hawks.
Awesome, Coach. Also, like the Hawks, it looks like the Bulls have decided to go with an all-Kiwi roster this season. Talk us through that decision.
Yeah, we thought we would intentionally go after local guys. So we're from South Auckland. So we got our captain, Leon Henry, and Kane Benakal from Mangere, Anzac Rosetto from Otahuhu, and Joshua Ledger from Pukekohe, and a few others from around the 09. And when the opportunity to sign Corey Webster came up, he's one of the greatest from out of Auckland and New Zealand. We had to take it, and we ended up with a local group.
Good on you, Coach. Hey, Coach, all the best for the game. Thank you for your time, man.
Loving that local attitude for a team like the Bulls, who've just entered into the Sal's NBL in the last couple of years. And here is the starting 5 for the Hawks, who have a storied history in this competition. And they too have an all-Kiwi lineup. What do you like about their starting 5, Case?
Well, so close to the title last season, they decided to go it again, but this time with just Kiwis. I think once Jack Salt comes in, they'll have the size and the muscle to be able to win that. Not to mention Jared Kenny, one of the premier point guards in the competition year in, year out. But regardless of that, they still got plenty of firepower for today.
And Mick Downer is their new head coach. He's not a Kiwi, he's an Aussie, and he's with Clifton Bush.
I'm here with Coach Mick Downer of the Taylor Hawks. Coach Downer, a new season, a new team. How have you settled into the Hawke's Bay?
Been fantastic, actually. Like we've loved it. Our family's moved up here, and a little bit warmer weather. But it's great to come into a basketball environment, you know, that's been really successful in recent years, and really motivated after a couple of grand final losses. You know, we've got a pretty hungry locker room and a bunch of people on and off the court that are, you know, desperate for that ultimate success. So that's going to be our goal, and it all starts today.
Awesome, Coach. Hey, Coach, the Hawks are an all-Kiwi lineup this season. Tell us about the decision to go down that path.
Well, that's not quite true because there's an Aussie coach, but I got my New Zealand driver's license. So, look, with COVID and everything, early on we didn't know what the deal was going to be, red, orange light system. So we took the path. We're going to put a New Zealand team together that can win this thing. And then recently, when imports became available, we still hadn't been able to sign Jared Kenny and Hiram Harris and Jack Salt. So yeah, we made the priority to get top level New Zealanders to come back and play in New Zealand, and they're as good as imports, and we're pretty happy with our roster.
Awesome, Coach. Hey, Coach, appreciate your time and good luck for it today.
Mick Downer, yeah, the impact of COVID and large rosters as well, just in case there are cases popping up through the teams this season, Casey. And we are looking forward to this game from Pettigrew Green Arena. I love the fact that they're going with an all-Kiwi lineup. Yeah, a little bit of uncertainty will do that for you, but then there is quality across both teams for this one. And you can see the head-to-head. The Bulls, well, they have a job on their hands because last season they loved the three. They just couldn't hit the three.
Yeah, they got plenty of them up. Morgan Maskell, a disciple of Zico Coronel's system, in which you get the ball up and down the court quickly and let it fly. Of course, those made three-pointers a season ago, not good enough. But even more concerning was their defense. 10th in the league at 99.7 per game. Coach Mick Downer, conversely for the Hawks, will hope to continue that excellent offensive output they had. But what made the Hawks so difficult a season ago was the fantastic defense they played at only 83.5 points per game given up.
Here are your referees for today's game. Penultimate game of the round. Airs and Jets coming up after this one, a double header on a Sunday afternoon. I love the new format for the playoffs as well, Casey. We touched on that on the Tuatara Airs game last night, but the top 6 will be in the playoffs this season as opposed to the top 4, which has been for a long time like that. And it just gives a little bit more incentive to the middle of the table, doesn't it?
I think it does. I think certainly there's going to be those teams around the country that previously didn't have a chance to make the finals that now can continue that chase deeper into the season. But conversely, I think it also rewards those teams at the top of the table. Now, if you finish first or second, there's a real reward for that. Not only do you get home court advantage, but you get to sit while teams 2 through 6, 3 through 6 actually play against each other, get a little tired, and wait for the winners out of that. So a lot of factors going into the title hunt this season.
Yeah, if you finish 1 or 2, you advance straight to a semi-final. And as Casey said, the lower seeded teams play off each other as well. And that will be across about 4 or 5 days in August as well. So yeah, the frequency of games, it'll be quite intense obviously, but also like a double header on a weekend or a triple header if you're the Airs for rounds 1 and 2. And a game last night, a game today, and a game on Thursday.
Hey, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And I tell you what, as a player, I always enjoyed the New Zealand road trips to play back-to-back nights. It tests your mettle. It tests your mettle as a team, as a player itself. But mostly, it's just fun to hoop, baby. Get out there and get it done.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We're underway with the tip going the way of the Hawks. Excuse me, the Bulls in the white and the Hawks in the black.
I'd like to see the Bulls really put the ball inside and test Jordan Hutton against Anzac Rosetto, and we start off with it right away.
Rosetto gets around Jordan Hunt easily.
And he feels confident about that, likes that matchup. If Jordan Hunt allows post catches that deep, he is going to be in trouble. They're going to have to send some help on Rosetto.
Daron Rokawa with a contested 3. A little strong. And Rosetto with a rebound, just holding off the Bulls. There's Bazant into the key. Felt the contact from Quinn Bailey.
Nice drive there. Getting his old mate, Daron Rokawa, on his hip and driving straight to the bucket. Bazant and Rokawa, I've spoken to him before about their friendly rivalry. These two young fellas have known each other since the sand pit. So there might be a little bit of smack talk in the friendly manner going on between them.
Bazant at the Racine foul line. Makes the first. Always good to see a little bit of back and forth in a game. To just make sure we clean up that spot in the keyway.
A lot of sweat already. This guy's getting ready to go. Only 40 seconds played in the game, but already moist.
It looked like Mick Downer had a little bit of a beat on as well. It might be quite warm in Hawke's Bay. It's always warm in Hawke's Bay.
Always.
Always warm in the Bay.
except in this gym, because this gym gets freezing. I had a 40-day tall black camp in there, or 40 practice tall black camp, and it was never colder than when you'd walk in at 8 in the morning.
Was that with Nenad or Tab?
That was with Nenad's. Nenad's
Okay,
first
so
year.
it was 40 practices in 3 days?
40 trainings, and I think it was a little less than, it was 18 days, I think?
Wow.
17 days?
And what was that ahead of?
The 2010, I think, Olympic qualifying for 2012, I believe.
And that was a tough campaign.
Spoiler, we didn't make it.
No.
What we did see is a great pass to Jordan Hunt by Jerome Hirokawa. Excellent action on the baseline out of bounds. The screen and seal immediately by Hunt for the easy bucket. Scores wrong up there. 2 for the Hawks.
3 no good. Rosetto goes down. Turns it over. And Jordan Hunt gets it back. Got Bazant on him. Rosetto comes across. Tough shot.
The young fellow Jack Exeter, who followed up Coach Mick Downer from Canterbury, couldn't get that one to fall.
Too strong off the glass from Bazant. It's Rokawa. Ethan Ruspatch loves the 3. Can hit the 3 from deep and does so.
Well, unfortunate decision by Bennett Kyle there. Has to get a hand up on a shooter like Ethan Ruspatch. He is always ready to let that bad boy fly.
That 3 is good.
You see Denham Brook coming off the screen and going for it. Jack Exeter, I believe it was Quentin Bailey there, sorry, went over the screen and gave Denham Brook time to let that one up.
Rokawa slips. Manages to get it back. Exeter. Tough shot. Bulls with the rebound. Isaac Davidson, fresh off the Breakers campaign. Didn't see a lot of time off the bench. And gets the burn there for the Bulls.
Good use of his size and power. Crossing over, getting straight to the cup over Exeter. Didn't settle for the mid-range jumper. I like that aggression on the rim.
That 3 is good from Quinn Bailey.
Bailey gets it from deep. Nice little spacing out the weak side. The cut, draw the defender to the post. His defender, that is, keeping him out.
Rosetto went strong and is fouled.
Rosetto.
He's pumped already for this game.
He is.
They're trying to calm him down.
Feeling confident, trying to lock the young fella in. He is a guy who plays with his emotions on his sleeve. You can always tell when he's having a good time, and so far so good for that one. He is a physical force down low, and it's proving to be pretty difficult to contain for the Hawks.
Anzac Rosetto has played for the Saints, and he's a nice addition. A good shot there from the Racine foul line, but he's a nice addition for the Bulls to get some size. They were outgunned, outmanned last season, but the fans turned up, and the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre was rocking when they were playing.
It was. Outgunned once they had some injuries to their imports. Josh Selby decided not to continue his season there. That made it really difficult. Early on, they were okay, but once you lose those top talented players, it makes it very tough.
Ethan Ruspatch, tough shot, good defense by the Bulls. Here's Rosetto. Gets that to go down. Ethan Ruspatch couldn't do much about that.
Really appreciate Anzac Rosetto's patience there, catching it low, realizing he's got the smaller Ruspatch in front of him, so he doesn't have to hurry, takes his time for that finish.
Rokawa, a little bit of a wild pass as Jordan Hunt wasn't quite set yet, but it will stay with Hawke's Bay. Down 4 early on in this game.
You don't really, I didn't really expect the pace to be here. I thought it would be a bit faster early in this one as Ruspatch misses the baseline. Both teams pretty content to play the possession game. I thought we'd see a lot more of pushing the ball up and down the floor.
Isaac Davidson using that size, going at Exeter. And Isaac Davidson, more foul shots coming for the Bulls.
And Isaac Davidson, big expectations on him coming into the season last year. It was difficult for him to live up to those. Missed half the season with the Breakers scheduling. And then once he came in, I think his role as a second or third option changed. He suddenly became the first, and defenses were focused on him. Really excited to see what he can do on a team that's a little bit more better balanced and giving him the opportunity not to carry so heavy a load. Good signs early in this one about what he's going to be able to supply to the Bulls this season.
Here's Exeter. Rusbatch wide open.
It's just way too much time for Ethan Rusbatch. I think he likes a defender in his no-fly zone, just giving him a little distracted. Had too much time to think about that.
Can't leave Ethan Rusbatch that open. Although he got lucky on that one as Rossetto's travelled on that one.
He was on a bit of a tour from up top. Looked like an extra step, and the officiating crew thought so too.
Contact there.
Denham Brook going over the top on Jordan Hunt, and a little too physical with it. Getting a cheap foul. Just throw the ball right into Jordan Hunt. Yeah, let's see him go to work.
Rusbatch with the fake, and it's Isaac Davidson with the steal. Picked that off the kick out. Denham Brook gives it back. Bazant. There's this bigger man on him, and Jordan Hunt crossed over, got a little bit too clever with it. Here's Ethan Rusbatch. Hunt in the post. Davidson on him. Oh, yeah. Exeter just there, just waiting.
Well, nice crash by Exeter. Didn't give up on the play. Jordan Hunt showing nice patience with the mismatch. I'd like to see him be a bit more aggressive on the rim, and the Hawks Bay as a whole needs to be more aggressive. Doesn't seem like anybody really is hunting the shot right now. A lot of unselfishness, but somebody's going to have to take control of this game for them, the way Anzac Rossetto has for the Bulls.
Steps through with the left hand. The finish is nice from Rossetto.
He is looking confident on the block, really going to town. That is his 7th point of the ball game.
Already got 4 rebounds as well. Just the 1 rebound for Hawke's Bay. And the whistle on the drive from Ethan Rusbatch. Yeah, it's hard to rebound when the Bulls are just taking good shots close to the hoop.
Not a ton of misses for the Bulls right now. 5 for 7 from the field. So only the 2 misses up to this point. The Hawks, on the other hand, not shooting the ball well. 3 for 10 from the field, 1 for 5 from 2, 2 for 5 from 3, so slightly better, but just a little discombobulated offensively. Doesn't really seem as though they know where they want to go to get their offensive looks. They're kind of just passing the ball around without any kind of purpose at the moment, and because of that, they see themselves in a 5-point hole. The Bulls, on the other hand, I like what they're doing. Really pounding the post, feeding it to Anzac Rossetto inside, who's been good early. It looks like he's going to head to the bench, and Josh Ledger will come in. Wonder if that continual looks into the post will continue, or maybe now's when we see the uptick in pace and that run and gun game that Coach Morgan Maskell has been known to emulate.
Josh Ledger, 6'7", played with the Giants last year as well. Another big body to come in for the Bulls on the bench. An option for them as well. He's the cousin to Crystal and Charlize Ledger Walker as well. That's a hooping family.
Yeah, you get to the family reunions on that one. I think the basketball court stays pretty busy.
It's like the Fortus as well.
It's in the family, man. It stays in the family.
Denham Brook's uncles are Robin and Zinzan Brook.
Is that right?
The All Blacks. Rossetto taking a rest there. And Ethan Rusbatch at the Rosine foul line.
I did not know I was going to get all this genealogy.
I don't know why I just used all my information there.
Right on
They've still got 3.5 quarters to go.
It's great. I like it. Look, I think the game's going to get better when we go on from here. Leon Henry's checked in for the first time as well.
7 titles for Leon Henry, a legend on this league.
7? He's got more than me. Not that guy. I'm going to have a word with him. But yeah,
6 with the Saints.
Fantastic winner throughout his career. Leon Henry has been constant contributor on those Saints titles teams.
What Davidson, what a block. Is that Jordan Hunt?
That was well timed on the Davidson spin move.
Rusbatch gives it up.
A good D by Josh Ledger, really physical, forcing Bailey off that line. And the Bulls have been better defensively than we saw them a season ago. The size helps, but also their positional setting is much better than we saw previously.
Ledger misses that. Jordan Hunt having a better job of defense on him.
Jordan Hunt's got a lot on his shoulders today. I don't think he's going to get much of a break, being the lone big the Hawks have.
The floater.
That is why Daron Arakawa's game is so tantalizing. I love his floater game, his penetration and scoring knack. Extremely impressive after that lightning quick first step.
Here come the Bulls. Step back from Bazant. Davidson falls to him.
Just not paying attention to the little things right now are the Hawks. As we see an illegal screen on Josh Ledger for sticking out that rear end a little bit to make it a little bit more physical. But the Hawks right now not doing the little things. We saw missed box outs there. Their execution with the basketball isn't to the level that you'd expect from a McDonough coach team. I'd like to see that ball move around a little bit more. Let that basketball do some of the work to get the defenders moving around before you attack off the dribble.
Oh, that's a cold play from Chris Martin. Gets on the floor there.
Just not giving up anything are the Bulls there, making the Hawks own every bit of it.
Bazant sweeping through, and Ledger can't get the tip to go in. Tipped out by Jordan Hunt, Daron Arakawa. Rusbatch doubled. Hunt open. Ledger probably did enough there as Leon Henry gets the rebound.
Well, really good hustle by Ledger to get back into play. And Jordan Hunt had a lot of options off that. Could have put it on the bounce, could have hit to the hole, or just taken a little bit more time, but instead allows the defender to affect that shot just enough to force the miss.
Davidson working hard. Shoots it over the top of Albertson.
It's a lovely roll.
Gets the friendly roll.
Hits every piece, and those rims, they do not give a lot of friendly rolls. Some of the hardest rims in the league in the Bay.
That is true. That has been something for a long time, except anyone can warm it up. It's going to be Ethan Rusbatch, because that man can fire flamethrowers.
Well, rims don't affect him because he only hits the net.
Yeah, exactly. Davidson driving, tied up, managed to get it back, but it's turned over. No, it's Ledger with it. Ledger trying to step through, and Rusbatch takes the charge.
Josh Ledger, aggressive at all times, and this is, as his young career continues to move forward, it's an area that he does have to just improve a little bit upon. He's such a strong physical player. He's always trying to impose that physical will on the game. But he's got to do it with a mindfulness about who's in front of him. Can't just power through those guards as they're sitting on the train tracks waiting for you to come through.
Jet Thompson in the game.
And Jet Thompson had a lot of playing time for this Bull squad last year, and at times showed some really nice flashes in playmaking ability.
Rusbatch feeling it. Real heat check there.
See what happens? Hits the rim, it rolls right out. Those rims are dangerous.
They are. Be cleaner with your release there, Ethan. He was leaning into it as well. Good kick out. Nice move from Jet Thompson. He's fouled on the baseline.
Jet Thompson, shifty on-ball move there. Gets to the cup, did all the work. Unfortunately, couldn't get the finish for the Bulls. And just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. The Bulls have acquitted themselves nicely, in good position coming out of it. I think this last 52 seconds, though, is a real chance for both teams to grab the momentum heading into the second quarter.
Thompson unsure about that one as well, and he misses two. Albertson. Good opportunity for a 2-for-1 here for the Bay. The Hawks, nice. Beautiful work inside between Hunt and Rusbatch, and Hunt gets the ball to go through the rim. And Hawks have a 2-point lead.
Really nice pass, and the timing on the clock worked out well. They will get another opportunity after this possession by the Bulls, so a chance for the Hawks to take control here.
Leger around the smaller Albertson, and it's a foul on the floor, is it? It is.
Yeah, foul before the shot. Fortunate for Hawks fans.
And that is going to be from the baseline.
Josh Leger tried to take advantage of the mismatch and made a nice strong move. But the foul previous to the shot going up. It looks like we're going to get 2 foul shots. So
yeah, I was just going to say, they've got team fouls at 5 for the Bulls.
Well, always good to catch that
against the Hawks.
Before the ball gets inbounded.
Leger will shoot 2.
Bit of crowd noise trying to knock him off his game. And can't get the friendly roll.
I tell you what, Casey, you are absolutely correct about the rims. Not even foul shots are dropping.
No, I know, because these were certainly my least favorite rims in the league.
The Bulls are 4 for 10 in this quarter from the line.
That is not ideal. The best defense the Hawks have played has been from the charity stripe. Razine has these guys guarded well at the line. A great double.
Oh, just a little bit too much hustle. And 2 shots coming up now.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate reach there. You did all the work, had him completely defended. Ethan Rusbatch was locked up top, and then Christian Martin, unfortunately, got a little handsy, wanted to get the steal, not content with just taking away the shot, and that sends one of the best free throw shooters in the league to the Razine charity stripe to finish the Hawks Bay's offensive output for the quarter.
Ethan Rusbatch, been there, done that. Tall black as well through his career. Jet Thompson will end the quarter with a bit of a prayer. And Hawke's Bay have a 3-point lead. They survived some woeful foul shooting by the Bulls to have that lead as well. We'll be back shortly for the second quarter. Welcome back to Pettigrew Green Arena. Hawke's Bay leading the Bulls, the Hawks, up 3, 20-17. Casey Frank, what did you like about that first quarter?
Well, both teams were feeling themselves out. I did appreciate the way the Hawks tried to take advantage of their physicality, or the Bulls, sorry, take advantage of their physicality early in the quarter, really going down to Anzac Rosetto, trying to go there. The Hawks responded by slowing things down in the half court and trying to take advantage of those mismatches. But one thing I didn't like was that free throw shooting for the Bulls. Had they been able to get that up to a respectability area, they'd still be in the lead.
Underway. Your leading scorer is Ethan Rusbatch with 9. Anzac Rosetto has 7 for the Bulls. And Albertson has a clean look, and they can't get the corner three.
One thing I'm very surprised about is the pace that the Bulls are playing at. I did expect it to be a bit quicker and more closely aligned to what they looked like last year, as we see a foul down low on Albertson once again.
Jacob Murphy is flung to the floor. Jacob Murphy, one of the great mullets. And we're on mullet watch. as far as you and I are concerned, Case, we're on mullet watch. That's a wonderful cascading waterfall down the back of Jacob Murphy's neck there.
That is a legit Kentucky waterfall working.
A 3-ball on the way, and that's good from Jet Thompson.
Well executed again on the baseline, out of bounds. The inbounder receiving that screen for the corner three. Well played. Hawks need to talk that up defensively.
Daron Rokawa was hit by Jet Thompson. He's saying he flopped on that one, and Daron Rokawa, if he did, he sold it perfectly, because he's going to the Racine foul line to shoot three.
And the thing about flops is it's tough to convince somebody of a flop when there was contact. so yeah, it didn't hit him that hard. He shouldn't have fallen. Doesn't matter. The contact was there.
Jet Thompson goes from 0 to 0, getting that three in the corner to tie it up. And then Rokawa at the line for three. Makes the second one.
Another excellent free throw shooter the Hawks are able to feature. He's does such a nice job of getting fouled and finding contact from defenders. An excellent rebound there by Murphy. I think the mullet helped him just a bit. It looked like a travel. Was the foul call? Yeah, travel.
No, it's a travel. Tommy Ferguson in the game, and he walked with it. It's getting a bit of contact.
Yeah, it took that contact. It looked like with the ball itself, it was just trying to rip it through, and just caused the happy feet to go scampering around.
Rosetto back in the game for the Bulls, number one.
They got to notice that and get it right to the post.
Rosetto working hard, and he does a really, really good job against Tommy Ferguson.
Yeah, the Hawks did a nice job of switching out of that mismatch. Ferguson got the catch down low, but by the time he caught him, he was right under the basket. Too tough to stop Anzac Rosetto that close to the hoop.
Here comes Rokawa working hard against Jet Thompson, and again Thompson fouls him. Rokawa just has the better of the young guard at the moment.
Well, Rokawa has really turned into one of the smarter guards in this league, and he knows how to take advantage of the opposition when they're guarding him. I've just always loved his offensive game, and as he settles into more of a veteran spot, you can see that he picks those spots to be aggressive offensively a little bit more judiciously.
I guess that's a case of having spent a lot of time as Jordan Hunt has it blocked by Leon Henry. Is he called for the foul on that one?
He was, and I gotta agree with the angle that Leon's got. Looked pretty clean from this angle. Possibly something a little bit down low.
Yeah, we don't get the angle the referee has on the baseline Case.
You're 100% correct.
But we had eyes on the ball, and that looked clean from that version.
Leon Henry is still trying to plead his case. But as many times as I've seen the discussions on court, I have yet to see one of the officials change their mind.
Back to Rokawa chat as well. Having Jared Kenny as well, who's still to come along with Hiram Harris for the Hawks, coming from the Aussie NBL. Jack Salt too. I mean, just having that experience and learning the tricks of the trade from Jared Kenny. Two-time NBL championship winner with the Perth Wildcats is immense. And of course, a tall black.
A tall black and just a fantastic team guy. You know, he hasn't been the biggest offensive contributor, as we see the miss by Bazant there. Nice rebound by Rusbatch. But Jared Kenny has really learned how to become a fantastic team.
Yes, Ethan Rusbatch.
Talk about a fantastic layup on that one by Rusbatch. Off to the races.
Jet Thompson so fast, our camera couldn't quite pick him up.
Aptly named then. Thompson. Oh, I mean Jet.
Jet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's the good one.
Rusbatch, who says he's a spot-up shooter? Take those words out of your mouth.
Definitely not him.
Not him.
Confidence is high.
He started that with the behind the back as well, with the dribble.
With a leg split on the finish. Looks like he could be in the HBO series winning time.
And referee just out of frame there. Is that going to count or is that on the floor?
I think it's
on the floor.
Fortunate for the Hawks, not so fortunate for the Bulls.
No continuation there for the Bulls. Bazant will inbound the ball. As Davidson kicks it out. He had the lane.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision there. He had a defender on his hip and no one in front and makes the extra pass. But, you know, this is sometimes what you see when early in the year when players are trying to get used to each other and the spots they want to be and how they want to score. Just not quite 100% sure of how they want to attack things here.
Ruspatch down to Hunt. He's out of way. Great cross-court pass. And air ball, unfortunately, Jacob Murphy.
Good look. Unfortunately, didn't get the result, but solid offense nonetheless.
Bazant gets that to drop. Got Rokawa to fly by on the pump fake.
I'd like to see Jaden Bazant be a bit more aggressive offensively. He's really letting the game come to him right now, but he is so talented.
That's aggressive. And Hawke's Bay have it back. Tipped around. And it's Bennett Kyle with the ball. Another big body for the Bulls off the bench.
And a talented scorer. He missed last season that was supposed to be playing with the Saints with injury. And he's hopeful to return to full strength. And if he can get there, big weapon for the Bulls.
Bazant just bumps off Murphy.
Clever play. He is a smart player. Looks like he tweaked his ankle on the move, but his ability to score in that mid-range, I think is on par with pretty much any other guard in the league this year.
Turnover again. Here comes Davidson. The Bulls are running. Denham Brook gets his feet set, shoulders square, knocks it down.
And timeout called by Mick Downer because he cannot be pleased with the execution on the offensive end. Those are some unforced turnovers, and as a coach, you're never upset just about the mistake, but the types of mistakes that players are making. If somebody's all over you and it's forced by the opposition, that's one thing, but if there's a lack of real tough defense on you and you're just throwing that ball away because of a lack of concentration, that drives a coach crazy. There we see the beautiful cross-court pass by Davidson to find Denham Brook in transition, who lets it fly, and Jaden Bazant, get another look at that. Looks like he's touching that calf.
It does, doesn't it?
That would be unfortunate if it is a strain of some sort. Hopefully the way he was stretching, it looked more like a cramp from that ankle. So hopefully something that he can get taken care of here in a quick order, because losing Bazant as he's just starting to heat up would be a body blow to the Bulls.
Shout out to Christopher Martin as well, wearing the same different shoes.
I'm sure it was purposeful. Back in the day, I didn't have enough shoes to grab two different ones, so if they're two different colors, it was definitely an accident.
This is a much better showing from the Bulls because they have put the three-point shot away. They are 2 for 4 in this game.
Yeah, they have been much more aware of the post game, the interior. They were driving into that mid-range. And they're taking advantage of the skill set of the players they have right now. They're not dependent on that triple. They're not too concerned about it. Instead, putting these guys in places that they feel comfortable to score.
Here's Hunt. And tough shot over some big defense for Jordan Hunt.
And recognition by Rokawa of the mismatch inside, and a good patient post move by Hunt.
Side to Davidson, who likes the match up against Rokawa.
Good D by the smaller Rokawa, giving up some inches, but giving up no space.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, what a look to Joshua Ledger.
Well played.
Well moved.
Unselfish basketball with the shot clock running down. Just beat it, knew exactly how much time there was. And that's what you're doing when you're letting the ball do the work. Zip that thing around and catch the defense flat-footed.
Okawa finding Hunt. Oh, stripped away. Jed Thompson. With the afterburners on. Tough layup, can't get it. Tipped in by Ledger.
Oh, the Franklin Bulls showing their worth right now, defensively forcing turnovers and being selective with their transition opportunities.
A little bit of size out there now, you see the Bulls this season. Another rebound and another missed long shot from the Hawks.
Hawks offense has gone arctic. They are struggling.
Denham Brook kicks it out. Ruspatch tried to sell that. Oh, it's a big three. My goodness. Bennett Kyle with the triple.
And Bennett Kyle, another shooter out there. Everybody getting on the party for the Bulls right now. And they're starting to pull away. Do the Hawks have a retort here?
Rokawa, wow, way off.
And just not enough sharing of the basketball offensively in that possession. Got to get that ball through hands. This Franklin team is super deep. They can be fatigued.
3 for 12 from deep are the
Another
Hawks.
one.
Denham Brook a little strong, but Davidson tracks down. Long shot, long rebound.
Excellent hustle by Davidson.
Davidson again. Kicks it out the back to Denham Brook. Drives hard. And then Jordan Hunt made to work on that possession defensively.
I think Denham Brook lost a bit of confidence in that three. Should have let that one fly. Had plenty of space.
Ruspatch almost had it picked away by Brook. Jordan Hunt kicks it out. Rokawa, bad miss earlier. Misses that one as well. Oh, and it falls fortuitously to Quinn Bailey in the key. He's fouled and he'll shoot 2 at the Racine line.
Nice job by Jordan Hunt there to keep that ball alive and allow it to get in the hands of Bailey for the offensive rebound putback attempt. Getting a little active on the offensive glass here. Hawks need to find some answers offensively. Not playing up to their usual skill level.
Just
offensively.
11 rebounds for the Hawks. Quinn Bailey picked up an offensive rebound there. Plus 10 is the advantage for the Bulls on the glass. Quinn Bailey can't make that one drop.
3 for 14 from the three-point line are the Hawks. And that kind of shooting is not expected from a team as proficient at the triple as them.
Davidson. Rossetto's fighting for it, gets the board.
Just a beast down low.
And they have a chicken wing and an elbow on Rossetto.
Oh, I did see him with his arms out there, but I didn't really see a lot of displacement of Jordan Hunt on that move, so I'm a bit surprised that the offensive call was made, but from the angle Sharon had on that one, it possibly looked like he was moving him around.
Eagle-eyed referee saw it. Get a better angle than us. Quinn Bailey, little baby hook in the lane, that helps.
Well, Quinn Bailey giving up a bit of size and strength to Rossetto, so he goes with the quickness, gets to his spot and elevates for 2.
3 ball on the way. Rattles in and out on the hardest rims in New Zealand, according to Casey Frank. Hunt, Ruspatch, game's leading scorer, extends his points total to 14.
And see how much better this Hawks offense looks when that ball moves around and they're not stagnant, just working an all ball. Kick it in the middle, defense collapses, kick it back outside, wide open 3.
And that's a tough shot and foul.
Nice drive by Kyle. Kane Bennett Kyle heading to the cup and stretches out after the contact and will head to the free throw line to stop the Hawks Bay onslaught.
Hawks Bay doing a decent job here of fighting back into this game. They really had a Bulls run on their hands.
And the Bulls were pulling away, but they were, for the most part, taking that advantage of turnovers that I think politely could be called poor. It was decisions that the Hawks Bay were making on and creating themselves, not really the output of the defensive effort of the Bulls.
Ruspatch, heat check, back of the iron. Exeter lost the handle, gets it back out though. Now Ruspatch again with the drive, the right hand. Good rebound from Bailey. Bailey fighting on the floor. Pops out, squirts out. Rokawa should have given it the first time. Bazant high off the glass and then...
Good challenge by Ruspatch. And Bazant went down on his own sweat afterwards, so a fast break opportunity without as many defenders. A great fight by the Bulls to keep that shot from going in. And another fast break opportunity for them.
That almost went in. That's a pass.
There we go.
And I think we're going to have a few wet spots cleaned up.
I think the refs just said, hey guys, calm down.
There's a lot of things happening here that are awkward, unorthodox basketball plays. A lot of guys on the floor scrambling for the rock. So just going to make sure we get that court nice and safe and dry.
All the both coaching staffs very pleased that things got slowed down and
without burning a timeout.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is perfect. Let's recollect. Let's settle.
I love Anzac Rossetto just knowing exactly where the sweat is.
He is really pointing it out.
That's where he operates, just outside that charge circle on defense. Can any of these guards like Rokawa bringing it into his house? Miss there.
Nice ball movement, but maybe should have kicked it one extra pass. There was no one to defend Ruspatch on the wing with that move. Jet Thompson a little wild on the attempt over Big Jordan Hunt.
Hunt for three. Henry with a rebound.
And missed Quentin Bailey underneath, wide open for the layup. The Hawks skewing the short twos for deep threes.
40 seconds to go in this first half from Napier. Taylordale to be exact, actually.
A bit of a discrepancy, about 6 seconds, I believe, between shot clock and game clock here for the Hawks.
And that is a turnover to end
Looks like
the second quarter here.
Jet Thompson might have gotten away with that last touch, knocking off and out of Jack, or so, excuse me, Quentin Bailey's hands. And 20.5 seconds left. Where do the Bulls go to finish this half and try and build on the current 6-point lead?
Murphy on Thompson. Davidson comes up high, so does Henry. Henry for three. It's a deep three. Rokawa, take foul.
Well done.
That is a Rossetto take foul on that one.
Yeah, just not a heads-up play by Anzac Rossetto. He picks up a foul.
And sends Duran Rokawa to the line.
Yeah, but such a heads-up play by Duran Rokawa. He knew the clock was coming down. He was searching out that contact, and the second he felt it, he made it extremely obvious to the officiating crew. They had to call it. As Anzac Rossetto picks up, I believe, his second personal foul.
Rokawa.
Oh, and it's a technical called as well.
No play on the ball.
Or is this a no play on the ball? So this is a flagrant. So sorry, we didn't have that explained to us, but it looks like it's going to be Hawke's Bay with the 2 free throws for Rokawa and the ball on the sideline for one last chance. So
Car crash of a finish.
just as bad as it could have gotten for the Bulls on that last set play.
Probably better off letting him shoot the half-court three. As Ethan Ruspatch almost knocked down a mid-court three. But we're done and dusted after a half, and the Bulls have come to town. And they've had a really good 20 minutes of basketball. They lead by 4, 39-35. It is the Bulls with the lead in Hawke's Bay against the Hawks, 39-35.
As we enjoy some fantastic halftime entertainment. Uh-oh, that looks a little spicy. Better chill out.
How's your Sunday afternoon going? Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank for the call on this one. And a low-scoring game, but a game nonetheless of just mini runs. And here are your points leaders for both teams.
And Zach Rosetto getting it done in the paint. Jaden Bazant got a little bit more aggressive as that second quarter went on, but Ethan Rusbach and Jordan Hunt controlling things for the Hawks, whose offense hasn't really hit its stride just yet.
They don't have Corey Webster. He's probably going to come probably about halfway through the season, I believe, Casey. There's your rebound stats as well. And they were getting smashed on the glass there for a bit, Hawke's Bay. +8 advantage still to the Franklin Bulls. But Casey, they've shelved the three-point shot.
Yeah, once we see the assist here, but when we're talking about the three, it's very surprising. Perhaps waiting for Corey Webster and his shooting ability to come and tick in, but a completely different strategy than the Bulls showed last year in terms of what they're trying to accomplish. A lot more focus on the half court. The Hawks haven't quite shelved it yet, but maybe they should, because they are shooting not the best percentage here in the first half.
4 for 18 are the Hawks from deep. 4 for 10 the Bulls. And not a great night or afternoon from the foul line, from the Racine foul line. 5 for 12. So the lead could have been even bigger for the Bulls if they could make their foul shots.
Yeah, impressive defense, I think, from the Bulls, keeping the Bay out of their stuff, led by Isaac Davidson with a surprising 3 steals in that first half.
game for both these teams in this Sal's NBL season, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. And what would you like to see from both these teams in the second half, Casey?
I've liked what the Bulls came out and did. They're playing solid half-court defense. They're pressuring the basketball and getting the ball inside. They need to be a little bit more aggressive offensively. For the Hawks on the other side, I just like to see them move that basketball a little bit more. They're becoming a little locked in, sometimes with just the on-ball screen and the action off it. They've had a lot of success when they get that ball moving side to side and really force the defenders on the Franklin Bulls to adjust. So just tweaks for both teams. Certainly, I think 35 points for Hawks Bay is well beneath what they would expect to be able to light up that scoreboard with in the first half. It tends to happen when you're missing a couple of starters, but no excuses, as that's the case for pretty much every team in the league this weekend.
Certainly. There's one close game, the Rams and the Nuggets last night in the earlier game of the doubleheader. But yeah, there's been some disparity in the scorelines between the teams. That should even out the next couple of rounds. Hawks Bay, the Hawks are shooting 32% from the floor, missed 23 shots in that first half. As we watch the coaching staff with some notables on there. And Hawks Bay might need to practice those threes as well at half-time. Get a little bit warm, get a little bit loose, because you're 4 for 18 from downtown. Your leading scorer is Ethan Rusbatch for Hawks Bay. And the next best for them is Jordan Hunt with 7. And Zach Rosetto started strong. He's got 9, but a really balanced scoring sheet for Morgan Maskell and the Bulls. It's a different looking Bulls team when it comes to the size of it, but also the attitude.
Yeah, they were severely deficient in the post last season, and many a team took advantage of them on the glass and on the interior. They've tried to recruit locally to pick that up, but they haven't just done it with the center position. They've done it across that front line. Bennett Kyle sitting at 6'7", his size helps in there. Denham Brook able to slide over from the 5 to the 4, that helps as well. And then Ledger coming off the bench with Rosetto. That stoutness of the front line has been the difference in this one, with their physicality, their ability to finish at the cup, as well as their rebounding. Now, if they can continue that, make things difficult for the Hawks, and not let them get their easy looks, not let them get going in transition, they will go a long way towards them getting themselves to this victory. Of course, that is easier said than done with a team that protected its home court very well a season ago, and the Bay, always a difficult place to try and steal a victory.
You surprised at both scores under 40 for the first half of these two teams?
100% surprised. This is the exact opposite of the way I thought this pace was going to go. Neither team is really pushing it. Never see Mick Downer talking about pushing that ball. You can see him saying, push that up, put some pressure on these defenses in transition. I don't think either team has taken advantage of the fast break just yet. Sort of like a heavyweight fight, just feeling each other out with some jabs early in this one, but eventually we're going to have to see some haymakers come through to try and do some real damage.
About to get underway for the third quarter, second half from Hawks Bay. The Hawks hosting the Bulls. And now underway. Rosetto. Left arm right in the chest of Jordan Hunt, and the finish with the right is nice from Rosetto.
Yeah, that is a skilled finish, showing a nice soft touch for the big fella off the bounce.
That 3 ball is good from Exeter.
Exeter off the on ball, a little bit too much space, and off the bounce, he's not really known for that quick pull-up, but uses it to great effect on that possession.
It's Isaac Davidson. What can he generate for the Bulls? And that's just a nice play from Isaac Davidson.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he didn't go for the first layup. That little spin move and gather actually let the defenders recover, but he's still able to finish.
Hunt gets it from Exeter, who gives it up to Quinn Bailey.
excellent pass there.
Wowee, what a look.
Jordan Hunt, I actually thought that was looking more like a turnover when he let it go, but instead right in the breadbasket for the Quentin Bailey finish.
Bazant looking for his big, finds Rossetto, collapse on him. And then that gets the friendly roll.
Hey, it's soft touch, had Denham-Brook in the corner. He said, sorry about that. Don't be sorry when you're making shots. Nice challenge, Denham-Brook on the break.
Bailey couldn't get the finish. Bulls with his 5-point lead.
Right back into the post. Rossetto going to work.
Rakawa shows on the double. Double comes as well from Bailey on the baseline. That did not go in.
Short shot clock, gonna have to get it up quickly.
Davidson for 3. Almost banked it in.
On a fortuitous bounce to Rusbatch instead of Rossetto. And charge called on the dish by Quentin Bailey. Making the right play, but Kane Bennett-Kyle sitting on the tracks as that locomotive came through.
Certainly did. Took one right in the chest.
And Quentin Bailey, he's a stout fella. Wouldn't be the easiest charge to take. I wonder who's the easiest charge to take in the NBL this season? I'll work on it. I'll let you know later, Moles.
Yeah, I'm
Not Ty Wynyard.
absolutely not.
He is at the other end of that list.
I'm loath to throw out any names.
I'll work on it. I'll come back to you later.
Go on. Davidson. Isaac Davidson to Denham-Brook. Denham-Brook sweeping through. A nice right hand finish.
Yeah, nice challenge by Hunt, but excellent finish by Brook off the bounce. Really showing his full skill set offensively today.
Exeter just had it slapped away. There's Quinn Bailey. Can't get the roll. A little too hard off the back of the iron.
I like the way he attacked Rossetto there. Didn't settle for the jump shot, put it on the deck and made him adjust to his quickness. Decent move, just couldn't get it.
Davidson tried to find Rossetto. A little bit too clever with that one. Hunt comes away with it to Rusbatch. Rokawa
Likes that matchup.
had it tipped. Easy closeout for Rossetto.
What a nice defensive effort there by Rossetto. Mismatch in the quickness, but he used the length to counter.
And just felt the contact. Did Bennett-Kyle, and he just dribbled it off his leg. He was so excited with the drop step, I think. Tried to rush it.
Impressed by Rukawa in the post as we see the quick 3 in transition. But Rukawa has had a couple of mismatches in the post where he has not given up an inch. He is really focused on that aspect of his game to improve it.
Denham-Brook. Now it's Davidson. Screen set by Rossetto. 3 Hawks defenders around him. Bennett-Kyle just off the hands. Isaac Davidson, a nice look.
Well, a bit of a bullet pass there, but the right look, the right thought. And Isaac Davidson on that cut needs to be ready to catch that one. Understand that he's open. Unfortunately, a little bit too much mustard on that hot dog.
And the foul there from Jaden Bazant.
Yes, Jaden Bazant is haven't heard much from him after we saw him on the sideline stretching out. He had a nice little spurt just previous to that. Rossetto will head to the bench.
8 points, 4 assists for Bazant.
Rosetto's 3rd foul is picked up there.
I had that one at the end of the first half. Hunt going to work on Leon Henry. And 3 in the key is the call on the baseline.
Stout defense in the post once again. Leon Henry does an excellent job of holding fort as Jordan Hunt put on a myriad of spins.
That's a 12th turnover for the Bulls. They have a 7-point lead. Bazant. Nice move, couldn't get that to drop though, cleared everyone away. comes Exeter. Bazant gets him.
Nice use of the behind-the-back dribble, forcing Bazant to pick up his 3rd personal. And 2nd team foul of the quarter.
Rokawa, nothing doing for the Hawks on that possession. Just standing around looking, not a lot of movement for McDowner's team.
Yeah, that ball is doing none of the work. Everything's off the bounce the last few possessions.
Davidson, tough shot. No dice for Isaac Davidson.
Even opportunities like that, just surprised the Hawks aren't running it a bit more.
That's what McDowner, it looked like he gestured towards that. He pointed out before this half started.
And the offense just stagnant. The Bulls, not exactly in a zone, but they are really help side aware, sagging off their man 1 pass away and clogging up those passing lanes, making all penetration and passing difficult.
Leon Henry to Davidson in the corner. We'll have to get it up pretty soon. Isaac Davidson, feathery.
So fundamental, the way he uses that dribble game to get into the 17-foot area, and then excellent use of the pump fake to clear that space for the finish.
The largest lead of the half in the first half was 9. Back at it now. Jordan Hunt stepping back, knocks that down.
Wow, that is not an easy degree of difficulty on that finish.
Just having to create his own shot.
Yeah, and it's all creation right now for the Hawks. Offensive foul called on that kick out and on the dribble. So the 3 will be negated for Leon Henry.
Hawks catch a break. And we have a timeout, 4 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter.
And I like this timeout by Mick Downer here. We've seen some real inconsistent offense from the Hawks the last few possessions, as we see the fancy footwork in the fadeaway for Jordan Hunt, getting the Hawks a little bit closer to this one. But so far in the quarter, just 7 points scored for the Hawks, and this is trending in the wrong direction for them. They've gone 20, 15, and now 7 here in the 3rd. As Franklin hasn't been too much better here in the 3rd with just 10, but extending that lead as this game goes forward.
The home team's getting it done in round 1 of the Sal's NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Still one more game to come this afternoon, straight after this one. The Airs and P-Naughty palming all day with Palmerston North, and the Jets from the ballroom.
The ballroom. Not even sure what gym that is, but it sounds intriguing. Can't wait to see how many lines are on the court. We see.
I was going to say, because I do love a clean court, as I'm sure you do as a former player, Case. But this is one of the cleaner courts.
Yeah, this is certainly, they've done a nice job of preparing it for TV as we look at the schedule that's coming forward. Round 1 finishes today, and then the commencement of round 2 on Thursday night. That was one piece of advice I got from one of my coaches in high school when I was considering where to go to college, and said, the more lines in the court, the less you want to go there. Because that court is not for you. It is for a lot of other sports.
I believe we just got netball and volleyball.
Yeah, not too bad.
On this floor. The unis as well are clean for the Bulls. I like the black. And I like the black for the Hawks as well. They're in white for the Bulls from this one, but the colorways with the yellow flare, and the 3 is good. And that is some relief for McDowner out of that timeout.
Well, they're not settling with that one. They're attacking the rim, and when it's a contested shot, they're kicking it out again. We saw a little bit more movement, a little bit more fight, and that's the path to a victory for the Hawks today. And this has been the Bulls' path. Rosetto inside, but he gives it up that time.
Oh, 3 is good.
Triples are stroking up high.
There is a personification of the Bulls It has to be Anzac Rossetto. He is a bull in the key. He is strong as the Hawks come up empty-handed on that one.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot on his shoulders this year playing that center position, because the big man has suddenly become a position of strength in the NBL this season.
It certainly has. It's always been
Pretty.
nice shot. And it's always been a league where if you've got a really good big man, you're going to go far, because there's a lot of guards, a lot of import guards, a lot of 2s and 3s that come to New Zealand, and we develop really good 2s and 3s. But you're starting to see a lot of size around. Ty Wynyard's in great shape. He's just on a bit of an island for the Airs last night. Up against Rob Lowe's back playing. Chris Johnson forward, both for the Tuatara.
Got Trey Morning down in Nelson.
Just 35.
Gil Romero down in Southland. So, 7-2. 7-2 is not bad.
7-2. Had a stint with the Saints.
So, Don Kevin-Poto in Southland as well. I'd be remiss not to speak about his low post proficiency.
And it helps, I guess, when you've got that size. Oof. And the flush from Denham-Brook.
How about these last couple of minutes by Jaden Bazant? He has been impressive. Hit the floater, hit the triple, came down with the rebound and the assist. He is just suddenly taking this ball game over. There we see a beautiful dish for Denham-Brook for the flush. Excellent cut. Didn't settle, stay in the corner. He's a three-point shooter, but that's not the only shot he has. Uses that athleticism, and a fantastic find by Bazant.
The biggest lead of the game is at 11. Mick Downer has seen enough.
And he's got to find a way to get some enthusiasm into this squad. Right now, they are playing more like it's a preseason game than it's the home opener. That strength of commitment on the court, we haven't really seen that fire from these guys just yet. And the Hawks are a talented team with championship aspirations, but the Bulls, they're stampeding us, ruin this opening season party.
Certainly. Denham-Brook now has 13 to equal top score with Anzac Rossetto for the Bulls. Rospatch was 14 for the Hawks.
And Denham-Brook really letting that game come to him. Hasn't forced anything, 5 for 7 from the field. Combining with Anzac Rossetto to go 6 for 6. That's not bad between those two. 11 for 13 between the two of them. There we see him. 26 points, carrying that offensive load for the Bulls here through 3.
Hawke's Bay have missed 30 shots in this game. They look sluggish on offense. Their half court hasn't really got much going on in the third quarter. This play looks crisp. It's Ethan Rospatch challenging Denham-Brook and the Bulls. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That looked like he wanted to go up for a little bang-bang.
He did, didn't he?
He was trying to...
He was going to cock it back a little.
He was. He was trying to flash that athleticism, and now they're talking about who that foul's on. Jet Thompson trying to raise his hand and take the call, but it did not look like that foul was on him to me.
I did not see Jet Thompson up where Ethan Rospatch was.
Looked like Denham-Brook was all over him, but I'm not 100% sure who they have now called that foul on.
Out of the frame for the call. Our apologies. I'll look on the live stats for you.
Well, it looks like it is Denham-Brook. That is his 4th personal foul as the stats get updated for us. And they are leaving him out on the court. That's an interesting call by Coach Morgan Maskell.
He's a big man who can stretch the floor for the Bulls. They've got Legion on the bench and give them a bit of burn to let Denham-Brook close this game out. But down 9, Isaac Davidson finds Rossetto. He needs to get it up, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Isaac Rossetto is just too strong and too big for Jordan Hunt at the moment.
I just really like his footwork. You know, he doesn't just settle for the strength. And we see that move. He gets in there and then does a nice step through, which I don't think Jordan Hunt was expecting. And that's where he was able to force that contact and getting Anzac another trip to the Rosine charity stripe.
It's the paints the professionals use case. Rossetto looking to add to his tally, and he won on that one. Ethan Rospatch encourages him to try a little bit better on the second, I think.
Yeah, that's 1 for 3 from the free throw line for him now. And perfect from the floor. You can tell what he prefers.
Ethan's given him some pointers in his form, and it's worked. Really helpful advice from Ethan Rusbatch there.
Well, it's all friendly here as we get a substitution.
So the Bulls just keeping the Hawks at arm's length here. NZ Rossetto is 14 now.
And it's the story of defense for Franklin, holding the Hawks to...
Oh, they turn it over, Casey.
Oh, my.
Leon Henry. Oof. He wanted the contact and no whistle coming.
Unfortunate for him that the 1-on-4 didn't work well that time.
Rusbatch. Oh, nice. Off the glass. 18 for Ethan Rusbatch.
With the kiss and doing it as we are unaccustomed to seeing him do it. Off the bounce and with the dribble to the hole, taking advantage of his quickness and finishing ability today.
Davidson. The two-man game kicks it out to Leon Henry.
Just a little off platform on that shot. You can see him floating to the side. And just enough to force it out is the Hawks making a push.
Need a bucket here. Jordan Hunt, back of the iron. Just an air ball. Too worried about the defender. Rukawa has it. Probably have to get it up pretty quickly.
Oh,
there's a turnover. Isaac Davidson, Rusbatch is back. The bounce pass to Jet Thompson's nice. And Ethan Rusbatch does a really good job.
Just unbelievable defense on the break. He knew Isaac Davidson didn't really want that shot, jumped the play, and was able to force a second miss. Well done by Rusbatch there. Opportunity to close the gap again.
Hawks survive. 3-ball Exeter. That's good. Clean look, drive and kick. Isaac Davidson to close out the third. And that'll do it after 3 quarters. Hawke's Bay inching closer to the Bulls. Here's that last 3-ball. Exeter nothing but net. And they are now down 5, the Hawks. It's 57 to 52 after 3. Ten minutes to go in this game. Hawke's Bay Hawks, Franklin Bulls. Penultimate game of round 1 of the NZNBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner-Holmes. It's a 5-point lead to the Bulls. That's a low-scoring affair. It hasn't been pretty at times, especially for the Hawks, shooting 34%. The Bulls slowing down somewhat in that third quarter, shooting just 47% now. But they are dominating the glass. As the Hawks now look a little bit towards this final 10 minutes and what they can execute on the offensive end. Has looked a little sluggish for McDowner and his team.
And I think what we found most surprising about today's game is a lack of a 3-point game. Just 7 for 26 for the Hawks, and the Bulls just 5 for 15 themselves.
15. I mean, 15 attempts. I mean, we were calling games last season when they were shooting 40.
15 a quarter.
Yeah, 15 a quarter.
It's a very different team. They obviously have more confidence in their talent because you shoot up threes like that to make it a great equalizer. And we see the 1-3-1 zone come out.
Oh, wow. And the Hawks, just break that down.
Sliced and diced like a Ginsu knife on that defense there. Excellent possession to get it to Hunt in the post for the finish. And they're inching closer in this one.
It's Bazant. Jet Thompson.
A block by Rusbatch playing the D.
Ethan Rusbatch having a game. Bazant.
Look at the fight inside for Rusbatch.
Really just clinging on to Rosetto and slaps him on his booty. He's a thick boy, and he knew he had a battle on his hands.
Just a bit outmatched in the size department on that one. Looked a little bit like a koala hanging onto a tree.
Bulls for 3.
And the hard work finally materializes in a rebound for Rusbatch.
Lead is just 3 now. Rakawa, was he bumped and is that off his leg, or did Bazant tip that away?
Yeah, it was a nice hand. Nice hand by Jaden Bazant
just
there.
reaching across the front.
That is a familiarity with your opponent's game.
Yeah.
You know exactly where he's going to put that basketball.
Nice pass. Rosetto stands.
Strong.
That's all he had to do.
Man,
Wow.
That is a low center of gravity.
Barely moved.
That one.
Jordan Hunt, he's a big man.
And he bounced.
There's Rosetto. Ah, nice little baby jump shot there. More like a set shot.
A soft touch, doesn't even leave the floor. Jordan Hunt, wary of the driving ability, didn't challenge enough to force the miss.
Rusbatch, catch and release, no good.
Well, Rosetto was 16. I'm going right back to the post and letting him go to work.
Bennett Kyle. Rosetto working with Bazant. And Bazant misses that.
Well, good move, good drive. Just couldn't get the finish, but excellent execution in the half.
Rusbatch trap, steps through, manages to survive that. Rakawa slows it down. Here's Hunt, kicks it out. 3 ball. Is it good? It isn't.
Excellent tip.
Alberton misses that.
Denham Brook heads up play, couldn't get it, but tips it to Rosetto.
7 for 27 are the Hawks from deep. Bazant working with Rosetto. Needs to reset from the foul line. Gives it up to the big man. And he just has his way with Jordan Hunt again.
That 2-man game the rest of the way is my secret to success. If I'm Morgan Maskell, let those 2 guys work it because they have not found an answer, have the Hawks.
Daron Rokawa. Rosetto didn't want to pick up a foul. They just stood his ground. And a nice teardrop from Daron Rokawa.
Might have been able to get that charge had he fallen, but an excellent take by Rokawa, speeding to the basket and showing a little bit more aggression than we've seen from him for the most part today.
Denham Brook lost the handle and he was fouled.
Ooh, fortunate there to get that foul call. I did not see the contact that forced the ball out. Instead, it looked like he lost it prior to the contact coming to the body. They'll definitely take that call.
Will be Jet Thompson from the Bulls to inbound the ball.
Just looking for the 5th player for the Bulls, and that's why he's not there, because a timeout has been called.
And we will inbound the ball in about 60 seconds time.
Roundabout. Time with 5-point deficit, these 6 minutes to go. The Hawks need to find a greater sense of urgency throughout this game. They're still letting the offense come to them, but you're down. They need to start trying to force the action, get this Bulls team sped up a little bit when they have been sped up, haven't made the best decisions. So there's some opportunities there for them. But overall, I've been pretty impressed by the Bulls. You know, the Hawks Bay came into this game, even though they're short a couple of players, they are one of the title favorites. They're on that short list of teams that are expected the challenge for the championship this season. But the Bulls have come in this game and given them every bit they can handle, playing very nicely on both ends of the basketball, and I think providing a different look offensively than what we expected from them.
Certainly. Hawks, they know what they want. They're out there already. Bulls still going through it. Hanging on to this 5-point lead. 5-point lead, though, in this game. It's actually felt like a 10-point lead at times. But nothing is safe as we head into the stretch of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 5 points. It's sometimes in games like this, these last 6 or 7 minutes can really turn into a sprint when all of a sudden everything starts clicking. And we see a little bit more anticipation in the transition game.
Murphy on Thompson. It's Isaac Davidson. Working with Ledger. Davidson pulls up. Mid-range game is good from Isaac Davidson.
Oh, so proficient in there. Getting him involved and letting him just take over for a minute there. Nice to see him get a touch and take over the scoreboard.
It's Jordan Hunt, kicks it out. Murphy, air ball.
Well, a nice pass. But at this point in the game, down 7, you got to get it to your guns. Guys that are ready and willing to take those shots.
Ledger is just absolutely tied up Jacob Murphy, so much so he spent 4 seconds in there and is called for it.
Josh Ledger's got to be like, hey, can somebody give me the ball when I got this guy on my back?
I got the guard. 3-second call with the turnover.
Man, he has got deep post position. Nobody looking his way.
Rokawa on the drive. Might be Darone Rokawa time for the Hawke's Bay Hawks.
I like that determination there. Doesn't settle for the pull-up. Doesn't pull up from 3. Instead, just puts his head down and attacks young Jet Thompson and gets right to the cup.
Hunt comes over the top of Ledger there and pokes it away.
Nice defense of effort there to not give the easy post up, especially when you're playing behind like that. That position can make it a little difficult.
Davidson working with the Ledger again. Davidson contested 3 and that's no good.
Nice defense, Murphy, staying on his feet, respecting the shooter but still contesting.
Thompson does well to stay in front. Alberton knocks down the 3. Lead is 2 for the Bulls.
Awareness of Hirokawa there, drawing defenders and just having his foot high enough off the ground to deliver. Big shot by Albertson. Lovely.
Ledger makes the lead 5 again.
Created by Jet Thompson. Pardon me, but it's created by Jet Thompson with the penetration and nice drop off for the finish. Ledger, this is an area that he needs to just develop his mindset a little bit more. He's a strong physical player, but there's times for that physicality. And a forearm in the back of the guy you're defending while the ref's just watching the ball come in, that is not the time for it.
Jordan Hunt.
Good D by Ledger, just physical enough to force the miss. Despite great post position.
Jet Thompson felt the contact. He'll head to the Racine line to shoot 2.
Yeah. And does well to stretch out to get that finish there. Murphy was in pretty decent position, but outstretched a bit around that awkward finishing angle that Thompson was trying to create, and that's what enables him to go to the free throw line and try and give the Bulls a little bit of breathing space, what they sorely need right now.
Thompson good on the first.
See if the Racine charity stripe is kind of doing once again. There it is. He'll head to the bench after 2 big free throws, and Jaden Bazant comes in to close this one down.
Coming up 4.5 to go. Lead is 6, 67-61, a low-scoring one.
And this zone defense taking away some of these perimeter opportunities for the Hawks. Really enable these perimeter defenders to extend well beyond the three-point line.
Jordan Hunt, just when he catches them on their heels a little bit, he looks good.
Which is the way you attack a team that's extending that far for the perimeter guys. Get it to the high post and attack. There's not going to be a lot of guys in front of him. Jordan Hunt has the quickness to finish, as he showed there.
Hawks need a stop. Murphy goes down.
Floppity flop flop.
Leon Henry, mid-range. Rokawa, they get the stop to the Hawks.
Hawks forcing the ball out of preferred destinations for it these last couple of possessions.
Ruspatch, what can he conjure up? Gives it back to Rokawa, working with Hunt. Murphy in the corner, has been off all game. Again, he can't knock that down.
Shooting with confidence, though. There's no hesitation. I like his mindset. But he's got to have to connect on one of these sooner or later, because the Hawks are desperate for that fifth option.
Look down at his turn to Murphy in this fourth quarter, and they just left Denham-Brook all alone. He can't make them pay. They just lost sight of him.
That could be a turning point. If the Hawks are able to continue to claw back in this one, that's one that the Bulls will have circled as a missed opportunity.
Jordan Hunt on Ledger. Rebound by Leon Henry.
Good, strong D by Ledger out there on the island on the elbow where Hunt prefers to play from. He does an excellent job forcing a difficult shot. Mismatched in the post again.
Leon Henry.
Hirokawa's played fantastic post defense today and does it again.
Ruspatch with the rebounds. Hawks need a bucket. Time is running out here.
What is the answer offensively? I love the patience, but somebody score.
It's Daron. It's no.
Oh, not a bad look. Not a bad look, but not a great look. The offense, the sets just haven't provided as much firepower for the Hawks as they really need right now.
Davidson going at Murphy. He's tied up by Ruspatch. It looks like he's tweaked an ankle here.
Looks like Ruspatch has as well. And I think Ethan Ruspatch is pretty fortunate not to get an unsportsmanlike on that foul. He did just wrap him up as he's looking for the shot. And hopefully Davidson's okay, because he is sorely needed.
Ruspatch is up against the wall on the baseline there. You can see him by the exit.
2 injuries.
Is he stretching out? Maybe he's stretching out his calf, or he's getting looked at.
It does. That is looking like a calf stretch out there. Possibly a cramp. You see him massaging it now. If you look,
I think they're both cramping.
And they did call an unsportsmanlike foul on that play.
They did.
Got 2 free throws and the ball for Isaac Davidson. Free throws, ball for the Bulls. And that is a huge play at this stage in the game.
Isaac Davidson, big free throws. He's limping. He's staying out there, is he?
Yeah, staying out there. And that is who I'd have circled if I'm the Hawks, is who I'm going to attack next. No, he just called for a sub, Isaac Davidson, so
yeah, he's off.
Leaving him out here for this offensive possession.
Ruspatch is off as well, so's Murphy. Exit is out there. Albertson, Jordan Hunt, Rokawa, and Bailey.
Oh, what a board by Rossetto.
Wow. And a finish. That might just about do it.
The big man down low. He has done it all day long. Does it again.
Unless they can get a 3 here. Exeter gets put down. Rokawa with a 3. Hold on.
Huge shot to stay within touch. But now where's the defensive pressure? They got to speed the Bulls up to force a mental error.
70-66. 75 seconds to go. Isaac Davidson with Rossetto. Oh, the look is gorgeous. Rossetto doubled.
Great
slapped
team.
away. Whose ball is it? It stays with Franklin.
What a hand by Jack Exeter there.
The Bulls retained possession.
That is a spot where Anzac Rossetto has scored all night long that triple team finds him that time, and the Exeter pokes the ball out.
Rusbatch is back. Albertson sits.
Huge possession here. Hawks have to have a stop for a realistic chance at winning this ball game. Jet Thompson checking out as well.
A clutch 3 for the Hawks has just kept them in this game.
Yeah, big shot by Hirokawa there. Up to 16 points on the night.
Davidson can't get it. Oh no, it falls to Leon Henry. Jordan Hunt couldn't control the rebound, and the Hawks call timeout.
Oh, the cruelness of the bounce for Jordan Hunt right into the hands, and somehow flicks it behind him. And Leon Henry, that's on the short list of easiest baskets he's had in his career. First bucket of the game, now 1 for 8 from the field, but none more important than that one.
What a multiple championship winner does. Picks his moments, finds the space.
Yeah, 2 points for him, but 10 rebounds. Leading rebounder in the game, or right behind Anzac Rosetta with 11.
Well, there it is. 10 rebounds. Know your role.
Going to be happy about that make. Always better to get 1 on the board than none.
You don't want to go 0 for 9.
No, you do not, especially when it's a shot that gives you a little bit of breathing space.
But hey, he's got 10 rebounds.
Well, now we'll see the Hawks move the ball up to half court and run something.
He's got 11 rebounds, Case.
Anzac Rosetta with 11, or is that Leon with 11?
Both.
Oh, well, see, I was late on the stats. Leon Henry dominating the boards.
Jordan Hunt has 10. He's got a double-double. Anzac Rosetta 20 and 11 for him. Okawa has 16, 6 rebounds and 6 assists for Hawke's Bay. And we're back underway.
He is playing a total game.
Advance the ball.
But this is where it gets important.
66 seconds to go. Rusbatch, what do you do out of this timeout, Case?
Well, I'm looking for some kind of flare screen for my shooters. Hunt, Rusbatch, and possibly Hirokawa, putting it in Daron's hands and letting him make the decision from there. There's the flare, had the look, but it's only a 2.
Oh, but it's a quick shot. 4-point lead for the Bulls.
Clock should be stopped. I don't know why it's running.
Here we go, Denham-Brook handing off to Davidson. Bazant. Oh, that's clutch. Off the glass.
What a shot by Jaden Bazant, coming up big in the waning moments.
Isaac Davidson read that beautifully.
Oh, what a read by him.
Just knew they wanted that 3 from Rusbatch.
Rusbatch just floated a little bit high onto the wing, needed to be faded more to the baseline.
Not really prepared to foul, are they? No, they're not. There's probably more time in the venue than is on your graphic, I believe.
Not sure what's happening with the clock here.
Yeah.
I believe that the scorer's table tried to stop the ball and the clock in play earlier, so they just lost exactly where it's supposed to be. They're going to have a discussion with the refs about where it should be. And from what we're told, the clock is accurate, but I think they're going to reset it a bit, or they're talking about the buckets on the sideline. Not 100% sure about what the discussion is, but the clock you have on our screen is reflective of the clock in the venue.
Somebody left the clock running on the baseline.
Yeah, on that make, in that last 2 minutes, the clock should stop on makes. And so there was about 8 seconds there that were lost for the Hawks that are very important for them now. And a good foul there.
I mean, they burned 5 seconds though, Case.
And it's all about getting the free throw shooter you want to, though. Jaden Bazant, excellent free throw shooter. Anzac Rosetta, not bad, but only 2 for 4 today. And if you could force a couple of misses here, there's still a wee bit of hope for a miracle. I mean, if miracles are going to happen, why not on a Sunday? Or is that the day that miracles rest?
No rest for us. Worse for Anzac Rossetto. He's had a great game.
And this is the first. The poor free throw shooting strikes again for the Bulls. Just 9 for 19 now.
Ouch. 20 and 11. Anzac Rossetto.
Look at Leon Henry get in there. Does he get it? Yes, he does.
12th rebound for Leon Henry.
What a finish to him. Not the best game of his career by any means, but timely in the clutch. The captain for the Bulls steps up. Had a huge, lucky finish earlier that just fell into his hands, and this rebound that all but seals it, just muscling his way in off the miss. Knew the miss was coming, and I saw it as it goes up. He just powered his way in there.
Misses that, and then Ethan Rusbatch
just got to get one.
Is again at the top of the free throw line, being helpful.
They just got to get the one,
and they don't. And then they get the ball.
Well, now it's just not enough time for the Hawks.
Should have fouled earlier. Rusbatch, pretty layout, and that will be the game. 74-70. The Bulls come to town and get an important win on the road. The first win on the road for the visiting team, for a road team in the opening round of the Sal's NBL. And 74-70 is all she wrote in Hawke's Bay.
Well, it wasn't the offensive explosion that we expected to see, but rather a hard-fought half-court contest where the physicality of the Bulls is what came to the forefront at the end of this. They really dominated the glass, out-rebounding the Hawks by 11, 46-35. The physicality of the bigs, they're finishing inside, is a great counter to the skill and speed of the Hawks, despite some valiant efforts from the likes of Jordan Hunt and Ethan Rusbatch and Daron Arakawa, who led offensively all in double figures. It was just the pace and the intelligence of the Bulls down the stretch, getting shots when they needed to, sharing of the basketball, solid defense. Shots made aplenty in this one. But at the end of the day, it was the performance of the Bulls led by Anzac Rossetto with his 20 points and 11 rebounds that led the way, ably supported by Davidson and Bazant, both with 12, Denham Brook with 13. And nobody else in double figures for the Bulls, but a nice hit out for both teams early. They're both expecting some more talent to come. But if this is what we can expect from these two teams, I think the season looks pretty decent for both of them, and probably a little bit brighter for the Bulls than expected coming in.
Leon Henry, your leading rebounder for the game with 12. And they're your leading scorers for both teams.
Anzac Rossetto 9 for 10 from the field.
Wow.
For those 20 points. Ethan Rusbatch 7 for 15. Not too shabby himself, but it's the three-point shooting that abandoned the Hawks. As a team 9 for 33, as we see the rebounds dominated, of course, by the Bulls, led by Leon Henry and Anzac Rossetto, and a nice contribution from Kyle as well.
Rokawa and Bazan, the two starting point guards, 7 assists apiece.
Jack Exer doing a nice job of facilitating himself. Not a lot of blocks.
Just 11 assists in total for the Bulls and 30 makes.
It was a lot of one-on-one basketball in this one. The defenses were, for the most part, were really staying at home, and the Bulls especially. We don't give assists in this league for tossing into the post.
5. That is very true. 5 steals as well for Isaac Davison. Still to come. We've got the Jets in the Airs. Manawatu Jets hosting the Taranaki Airs from the ballroom. That is in around about 14 minutes time. And round 2 resumes on Thursday night. New Plymouth. The Airs are back in action, hosting this Hawke's Bay Hawks team. And we're looking to bounce back from this loss against the Bulls. The Giants will host the Tuatara, who looked impressive with their bigs last night against the Airs. That's from the Trafalgar Centre. And Trey Morning will probably have his hands full
That's
with Rob Lowe and Chris Johnson.
It's one thing to guard a 1'6" guy. It's another thing to have to guard 2.
74-70. That is your final score from Pettigrew Green Arena in Hawke's Bay. The Hawks go down to the visiting Bulls. That is your full-time score. We'll be back next week. There's another game to come in round 1. Enjoy the Sal's NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes.